Water is the basic necessity for all forms of life on Earth. No life can exist without water. What is the amount of usable water on Earth? Out of the total 3% of fresh water, only a very limited amount of just little more than 30% is available for us as groundwater or other surface water sources. Even the small amount of fresh water is no longer fresh to use. Can you guess the reasons? One of the main reasons is pollution of surface as well as groundwater from industrial effluents and urban waste. The level of groundwater is also shrinking due to various reasons such as overexploitation for urban and agricultural use, fast runoff caused by loss of vegetation cover, and cultivation of high water demanding crops in various parts of India. Have a look at the map to know the distribution of rivers and rainfall in our country. Though the study of the rainfall and the rivers do not reveal exact scenario of the availability of water, however, it presents a bird's eye view of the overall pattern. Water is not distributed equally on the Earth's surface. Look at the two pictures taken in the same city. How do you justify a water theme park in a city with acute water shortage? Thus, we need a proper management of the water resources. Let us know how the process of water management evolved in our country. The concept of large projects such as large dams in India were first conceived and implemented by British. By 1947, there were about 300 dams in India, largely used for irrigation. After independence, as a first step to attain self-sufficiency in food grain, the new government started some mega projects on various rivers of India. Can you name the first multipurpose river valley project constructed in India? Damodar Valley project was the first multipurpose river valley project started after independence in 1948. Do you know why dams are built? Large dams can ensure storage of adequate water not only for irrigation but also various other purposes such as generation of electricity, water supply for domestic and industrial uses, flood control, recreational activities like park, boating, etc., inland navigation, and fish breeding. Now, let us know one of the important steps taken to overcome water scarcity in dry region. The Thar Desert region is one of the driest regions of India. The construction of Indira Gandhi Canal in Rajasthan provides irrigation facilities over a large area in the driest part of the country. The canal has transformed the barren desert of western districts into rich, green agricultural fields. Though the dams and canals are able to solve the problem of water scarcity in some areas, the people who have been displaced for construction of the dams and canals never get its fair share. There are always protests against construction of big dams on various grounds. Can you name some of the protests carried out against construction of big dams? Some of the river valley dams which are under scrutiny of social activists are Tehri Dam, Sardar Sarovar Dam, etc. Why do the social activists oppose the construction of large dams? Large dams are always criticized on the following grounds. Social problem. Dams displace large number of peasants and tribals without adequate compensation or rehabilitation. Economic problem. Dams swallow up a huge amount of public money without the generation of proportionate benefits. Environmental problem. Dams contribute enormously to deforestation and the loss of biological diversity. Then, how can we opt for a sustainable management of water? Let us know the success story of sustainable water management in Kottapalli village of Rangareddy district in Andhra Pradesh. International Crop Research Institute for Semi-Arid Tropics, ICRISAT, started a water management project in this dry village by constructing traditional masonry check dams and gully dams. With a small use of the masonry dams, poor farmers in the village are now revolutionizing. They are proved successful in using water, soil and crops to boost food production and empower communities. Once the water-scarce area is now available to grow varieties of crops, farmers' income is doubled and 100% children go to school. What do you infer from the example? The villagers solved the problem of water scarcity with an effective management of the water and soil. This is an example of scientific watershed management. The scientific and efficient way of soil and water conservation in order to increase biomass production is known as watershed management. The aim of watershed management is developing primary resources of land and water, producing secondary resources of plants and animals for use in a manner which will not cause ecological imbalance. The advantages of watershed management lies in the fact that it not only increases the production and income of the watershed community, but also mitigate drought and flood and increases the life of the downstream dams and reservoirs. Let us know some traditional and sustainable way of water harvesting. Khulls is such a local system of irrigation canals practiced in Himachal Pradesh. The water flowing in the streams was diverted into man-made channels which took this water to the villages down the hillside. On the basis of an interesting agreement among the villagers, water was first used by the villages farthest away from the source, then progressively by higher up. Water from these khulls also percolated into the soil and fed springs at various points in this system. Are you aware of some such traditional methods of water harvesting? Some of the age-old concepts of water harvesting are Kadins, tanks and nadis in Rajasthan, Bandharas and tals in Maharashtra, Bundis in Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh, Ahars and pines in Bihar, ponds in the Kandi belt of Jammu region, Eris in Tamil Nadu, Surangams in Kerala, Kattas in Karnataka. These water harvesting techniques are highly localized and it benefits the local people. That is why local people ensure proper management of these water resources. Look at the structure of a traditional water harvesting system. Kadins. In level terrains, the water harvesting structures are mainly built by earthen embankments. Sometimes, low straight concrete check dams are built across seasonally flooded gullies. Monsoon rains fill up ponds behind the structure. The large structures can hold water the year round, but most dry up near about 6 months after monsoon. But the main purpose of recharging the groundwater is fulfilled. Can you infer the advantages of storing water in such a way? The water does not evaporate, but spread out to recharge wells, provide moisture for vegetation over a wide area. It does not provide breeding ground for mosquitoes like the stagnant water do. The recharged groundwater is relatively protected from contamination by humans or animals. It prevents both flood and drought. A modern way of using traditional methods of water management is rooftop rainwater harvesting. Have you seen a rooftop rainwater harvesting system? How is it constructed? First, rooftop water is collected using PVC pipes. Then, water is filtered using sand and brick. Some underground pipes take water to a sump for immediate usage and the excess water from the sump is taken to the well. Water from the well recharges the underground water. Various organizations have been working on rejuvenating ancient system of water harvesting as an alternative of mega projects. They have been working on using hundreds of such indigenous water-saving methods. On successful implementation, all these methods can recharge groundwater level and bring river back to life.